So when I was younger and I was about to graduate high school, I was actually trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. I was searching around for any career that I could go towards. You know, my parents wanted me to go to college. I wanted to go to college, but I had no idea what I wanted to go for. So I took tests like these career matching tests, and they told me to go into podiatry, and I hate feet, so that wasn't gonna work. I did other things where I was asking around, looking for recommendations, and a lot of people told me that I should go into engineering. And I would ask them, well, why engineering? And they would tell me, hey, you're good at math. You would be great at it. The salaries are good, easy to get a job, plenty of reasons. And honestly, as a senior in high school, with like 3 months to figure out where I was going to go to college, I didn't do any more research than that. I was like, they're right. I'm good at math, and that sounds like an easy way to make some good money. So, I just went for it. And honestly, that's one of the big differences that I didn't realize before I went into engineering was there's typically two different types of engineers. There's an engineer that solves an initial problem, and typically that is the engineer that is creating a solution and creating a prototype and the first version. And then we have a second type of engineer that is typically maintaining that solution or reproducing that solution many times over. And that can be in any capacity as like repairing a bridge, or even to the manufacturing side where you manufacture car bumpers, which is what I did at my first internship. There's a very large difference between the two. The first engineer actually gets to use a lot of their degree and solve math problems and apply it towards the real world and solving a problem. Whereas the second engineer really is more of like a supply chain and management engineer, where they have to manage the actual materials to build certain things, and they have to manage the people who build them, right, or repair. The problem with this is that there are a very small percentage of engineers that are the type 1 engineer, where they actually get to solve the problems. And it's actually way more common that an engineer out of college will become the type 2 engineer and will rather go work for a manufacturing plant, or they will, go work on repairing bridges. They will focus on the second side, where it's like maintenance and reproduction. And to be honest, it's more of a people management than a solution management, which is typically not the most fun thing in the world. So the key takeaways I want to leave with you is focus on aiming for which type of engineer you want to be. If you want to be the development type of engineer, then only apply for jobs that are going to get you into that kind of field where you're solving those problems originally. And if you're just interested in becoming an engineer and making good money, I have good news for you. There's plenty of jobs for recreating a solution and applying it and managing plenty of people. There's good money in it, but at the end of the day, it's more than just money. So just keep that in mind.